Yeah, I did those. And so that's why
killer.
Yeah. Yo, what's going on 1020? I hope you're all super well. It's kinda early in the morning. My training for tonight has already been cancelled. There was a possibility we were going to cancel the sprint session. Today, it's just one of those days. As you can see, rain everywhere. It's been thunderstorming all morning. Luckily, I have a sprint coach so that is always keen to train and get down there. So we decided pretty much, no matter what, at 12 o'clock, which is in a couple of hours, we'll be going down and doing that sprint session. But because my training tonight is cancelled, Reg is also going to be at the sprint session. So we'll be doing a little bit of something. And I have no idea how much of it I'm going to be able to film because of this weather. It's a bit ridiculous. But hey, it is what it is. I'll do my best to get some footage, but we'll see. So I'm gonna have some breakfast, get a little bit of work done, and then we'll be heading off to this session with Reg in the car. That's pretty much the plan for today. Unfortunate with the weather, don't let that ever stop you to get down to the park and put the work in. You don't go down because the weather's bad. That's just one of the worst excuses ever. Except this one time, it was thunderstorming and I was with my mentor ages ago, and I'm like, look, I think this is a little bit dangerous. We've had stories over here in Australia, and I've heard of people, actually one of my, not close friends, but I played against him a fair bit when I was a little bit younger, 16, 17, 18 years old. And he was playing in Malaysia, I believe, and it wasn't even thunderstorming. The team was out doing a training session. So the lightning struck and it hit one of his teammates, and then it went from his teammate. So if it hit Spencer, it went from Spencer into him. And he passed out, went into a coma or something, and maybe a month or so he passed away. Now for us in Australia, anyone that played in that league knew him. He was on a professional contract, he was a goalkeeper, and it was just really sad. Because you see someone out there who's pursuing their goals, achieving what they want in life, and then to have something like that, it's unfortunate. So yeah, you do need to be careful to an extent, but if it's just rain, or if it's just snow, or if it's a little bit too hot, you need to get out there. Now I got a little bit of a dilemma. My favorite socks, as you can see, that's what they look like when I put my foot in. Yeah, they're breaking. The reason that these are my favorite is because they're nice and thin. When I wear thicker socks, especially in this sort of condition, and when they're small, not ankle socks, what are these? 3/4, quarter socks. When they're thicker and it's wet, they just sink down and they scrunch up in my boot. These just feel like amazing. So if you guys know where you can buy cheap, thin socks, I know you can get true socks. I've never had a pair. Let me know down in the comments, help a brother out. But yeah, let's get going to this training session. Let's go catch up with Reg. A little bit disappointing. Hopefully it doesn't hurt my feet too much. Oh, what can you do? I'm just heading off to go see Reg, but make sure you guys go and download OneFootball, the best app to go and get all of the World Cup scores. So you can see Iceland drew against Argentina. But make sure you go down, click the link in the description and download that. Let's go see Reg. Here we go. What? 8 minutes late! 8 minutes late! Not 12! Reg, mate, weather's not looking the best. You can't even see out there, but pouring with rain. What are you saying?
Still gotta train.
Yeah, we gotta get.
Gotta do something.
Look at out there. This is like, this is thrashing it down. We still gotta get out there and get a session in regardless. We're gonna do some football stuff afterwards. That's kind of the plan. But you know what, guys? I'm sorry. Doesn't look like you're gonna see any of it. Just not.
Not gonna happen.
Yeah, it's just not gonna happen, so we'll see what happens, but yeah, we'll get out there eventually. Reg, mate, training session finished. How'd you find it?
Just tired. I just want to sleep right now.
It was a killer. We did fitness at the end, and man, oh, I got you on the last bit. Reg got me in the first one, and my hammies, I did Nordics yesterday. Do you know Nordics?
No.
It's basically where, well, here's a video of it. Yeah, I did those. And so that's why my hammies were dead.
Yeah.
So, but the sprinting was good as well. It was just tough conditions. We were going to do some stuff after, but with the fitness, it was, we're both dead.
I just want to have a bath and then go to bed.
Yep, that's pretty much the plan. So, we're driving home. I need to drop Reg off, and I'll catch you guys when I get back. Alright, I lied. We're not quite going home yet. We're going to go pick up that package, and then when I get back, I'll show you guys what's inside it. Yeah, okay. Perfect. Thank you so much. So one of the things that sometimes I get on this series is, Sheldon, how do you afford this journey? How do you provide for yourself and eat food? Basically, I just spend my money, and I just carelessly spend my money. So in this box is a new piece of technology. Actually, I take that back, it's not that new. But I was put onto it by a close friend, and I thought, oh my goodness, I need this. Now if we can get it open, the big reveal. Bang. This is what I spent my money on. A brand new phone, and yes, that is written in Chinese. You guys can't see it, but this phone right here cost me $180, which is extremely cheap. The new iPhone X is gonna set you back about $1,500. By the way, I'm not paid to promote this thing. It's called a Xiaomi. I'll put a link in the description to the one I got. I've not tested it out, but for 180 bucks, this thing lasts for 2 days. The battery is insane. It's a lot cheaper now. My iPhone 6S I can sell for about $350 to $400. So by buying this phone, I'm going to be making around $150 to $200. So that's just called smart business. I don't get iMessage, I'm not on iOS, which sucks. But one of the big things about money is it's not about the money you make, it's about the money you save as well. So if you're gonna go on this journey, man, you don't need to buy all these expensive things. You shouldn't be going out for dinner every single night. You should be trying to save your money. Hence why I bought this, because I needed a new phone. My one just keeps dying on me. And I thought, you know what? Let's make a smart decision here. Let's save myself $1,300 and just buy something like this. So think about your decisions with your money. Do you really need the most expensive phone? Do you need to go out for dinner every night, or can you make an omelette for lunch? All these little things, they add up, and when you really put it together, you could be spending $80 a week. If you're saving for a whole year, you're spending $4,000 that you could have had saved for when you go overseas. So just think about that. But yeah, new phone. Pretty cool. So I've had some lunch, I've charged up my phone, but I haven't got it working quite yet. I'm not too interested in it right now. Our team training tonight is cancelled, which means I need to get something in. I said before the plan with Reg was to do some 1v1s after our sprint session, but the fitness that we did, man, it was one of those ones where you got to sprint the field, jog the side, but it was a little bit shorter. It wasn't just, oh yeah, let's do this whole field. It was marked out to a certain amount of meters. We had to get there in a certain amount of time. I don't know the exact measurements for you guys, so I don't want to tell you. I don't want to mislead you with information, but I tell you what, it was so tough. I told you I struggled with my hamstrings in the first set. I was sprinting and I was trying to get there in 12 seconds, and it felt like I had no power in my hammies. So I'm there trying to run as fast as I can, and my hammies aren't providing me with the power I needed. Anyway, so no session with Reg, which is a little bit of a shame. I would have loved to get some 1v1s in with the shot. I said to him before the session, how about I just go against you 10, 15, 20 minutes and you just defend me and try to stop me from shooting? Because when I watched back the footage from yesterday, it almost felt like it wasn't direct enough. And when I say direct in a 1v1 in a game, you're really just going to commit to whatever move you do. Whereas when I watched that footage, I was like, man, you get like 5-6 chances to take the player on, which it just isn't game realistic. So I thought, you know what, if we get a shot in there, it's going to make it more real. I have to really commit to my move and go for it. Whereas in those little 1v1 drills, it's kind of like you do the move. If it doesn't work, you can pull back, which is good. There is absolutely no harm in doing that. There's just different sorts of 1v1s that you can do. Now, because team training is off, I want to get a little bit of juggling in just because I'm feeling good. Well, not feeling good, I'm feeling all right. And yeah, it's something to do. So I'll probably do a little bit now and a little bit more later on. But yeah, let's see what I get up to. I'm going to stop there with a little bit of footage that I've shown you. A few people have asked me, Sheldon, how do you make it so that this touch here, bang, is so good? Look, I'd say majority of the time it's good. You've seen in games I've had touches that go directly where I want them, plucking them out of the air. And first off, it's just down to practice. That's the biggest thing. Repetition of this. This is one of the greatest drills I've ever found. I think football, tennis is definitely up there. But if you just go like that, for example, throw it against the wall, control. Throw it against the wall, control. Just to make it easy for you. And then you can get into something like that. But if you try to go into this straight away, it's still going to be beneficial. There's no harm in that. I would say maybe just do it in stages. This is something that I always teach to my players that I train, is try to have your foot facing to the sky so that when you control it, it goes straight up into the air. A lot of players I see when I coach, and I'm talking a lot, it will come in and their foot will face like that. So just pretty much back to the target. And what you find happens is that. So face that foot to the sky, get it up into the air, and then you'll be able to have a better touch to then hit it against the wall. So that's one of my little secrets that I only really share with my players. I'm not going to show you any more of this because I want to just keep going, get some juggling and just have a bit of fun with it. And yeah, that's my little bit of advice for you guys. I'm going to end the vlog there. I want to get into more tutorials with you guys, but one thing I want to say is that 446 that is on the door, that was my record for 2 touch against this wall. I want to try and get that one day. I just need it on a day where, you know, I'm feeling good. But realistically, I'm probably not juggling against this wall enough. It's such a good little drill. Make sure you guys are getting it in as well. If you can't do it at home, find a park where you can do it. If you can't find a park, find a wall. Do it on the streets. You saw in Spain. Here's a little clip of something I did in Spain when I couldn't even find a park. The gym was closed. I didn't make any excuses. I got out there and worked. So things like that are so important. I also want to bring more tutorials to you guys, just little things, little bits of advice, like the 2-step penalty, like how to get faster feet, like that little touch control that I just showed you there. So make sure you turn those notifications on so you do not miss those videos. But anyway, Team 20, I'm signing out. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe if you're on the journey. I'll see you in the rest of it. Bye.